Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. So a lot of things happening this morning, guys. Unfortunately, I tried to set up this live and give you guys like a little notification, but YouTube wasn't working. So every time I tried to schedule this live, it would say, we can't schedule a live, we can't schedule a live. It'd give me an error message. So I had to just basically just do a live, like set it up to just do immediately without a schedule. So I don't know how that's going to affect the people who would normally be notified that we're going live to come in and join us on this journey, because I got a very, very important video to show you guys today that to me was very heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to do it last night, but I was so tired when I got home, and my kids was like, nah, we haven't seen you all week, because listen, with this job, unfortunately, it takes you away from your family. It is what it is. And I'm not talking about YouTube if you're new to this channel. I'm talking about what I do in the real world, which is investigate sex crimes. So I spend a lot of time doing overtime, etc., where I don't get to see my kids as much. So I would hope that they're used to it and that they understand the sacrifice that their father is making, because I don't really get complaints. It's just that when it's time to spend time with them, they demand it. Like, all right, we understand that you were busy doing what you do at work. We get it. But now is our time, and that's what that is. And listen, I'm going to give them what they want when they want it, okay? So if they say, Dad, time to watch these TikToks, make some TikToks, talk about my day, the whole nine, I'm all ears. Let's do it. Let's do what we got to do, because you guys are my priority. So that being said, we couldn't do this video last night, and today, a little bit later on, we're going to go celebrate one of the aunt's birthdays. We're going to all go bowling, which is cool. So we're going to be a little bit busy. Maybe tonight we'll come and do part 7 of the Stephen Stearns jail call, so look out for that. So tonight we might do part 7. But right now we're going to go on a journey where I'm going to show you some Florida cops. I don't know what county or municipalities took place in, because the poster Unpopular Cam does not state where they got this information from. But I know it's Florida cops from the uniforms. I'm going to show you what happens when you believe the Petey-File. And I'm going to show you why so many municipalities, especially in Florida, we know a lot about Florida because we've been covering a lot of cases in Florida, how their lack of funding, for whatever reason, I'm not into the politics stuff. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they don't have no income tax, I think, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Bad management, bad politics. You know, it doesn't matter what side you are on. You could be wrong on the right side. You could be wrong on the left side. There's always that nuance in the middle, that minutia, the little minutiae that we miss. That's where the devil is in those details, and that's where you fail people. And apparently, when it comes to crimes against people's bodies and dignity, Florida fails. Florida absolutely fails their citizenship. I see there's a problem here. This is only for members. Wow. Dag. I wanted this to be for everybody. It looks like it's just a members live. Let me see if I can fix that. If not, guys, I'm going to have to stop this and do this all over again, because I don't want this to be a members only live. Let's see if we could open this up for everybody. I think we can. I think we can. Here we go. It's for everybody now. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Great. All right. So now the live is available for everybody, which is what I intended for it to be initially. All right. So that works out. That's good. All right. So few things before we get started. Number one, we definitely have to do our preamble. We are going to be reacting to publicly available police body-worn camera that is supplied to us, to the world, by Unpopular. I don't know how they got it, but they posted it on their channel. Unfortunately, Unpopular did not put where this occurred or any identifying information, unfortunately, so it was very hard to track down where this footage came from. So I'm going to ask you, the audience, if you guys know which police department this is and possibly what circumstances this is, please let me know. Please email me, let me know, so I could do a follow-up on this, okay? The next thing is, we are going to be evaluating this for educational purposes, guys. Educational purposes only, not for entertainment. And what gives us the ability, or me as the host, the ability to evaluate this from an educational perspective, rather, is I'm an active duty sex crimes detective, and I've been investigating sex crimes for various law enforcement agencies for the last 14 years, and 14 and a half years, rather. And I have 18 and a half years of law enforcement experience. I'm ready to retire soon, guys. So we got a lot of experience, a lot of training, a lot of education, bachelor's degree, the whole nine, to allow us to come here and evaluate this from an educational perspective. Lastly, this content is made for adults only. We do not make content for children. This is for 18 and up. Viewer discretion is advised. I have reviewed most of this footage already. This is for YouTube, by the way, guys. It's not for you guys. It's for YouTube. I have to say this so that we can monetize this. I've reviewed most of this footage, and I did not observe or hear any cuss words. YouTube, there's no violence or anything of the such. And when there's a police takedown, which does not violate YouTube's terms of service, it is highly edited, right? We are watching this not for those parts of a video, but just to show how the cops were negligent in how they treated this victim. While I was watching this, there was a moment when I watched two officers interacting with each other and talking about the victim's story. And I said it out loud. I don't believe this. I do not believe this, and I would never denigrate this officer to say that this is a case. But I said it out loud alone watching the video. Is this guy a Petey-File? The way that the cops were treating the victim, I screamed out, whoa, this guy's acting like he's a Petey-File. Why is he protecting this guy? I felt almost like one of the cops was a Petey-File, the way that he was protecting the actual Petey-File. We all know that that cop is not a Petey-File, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way he was acting made me get those vibes like he was protecting somebody who was of his ilk. And we know that's not the case, right? So, that being said, let's just jump into this. Wow, let's do it.
He lifted up my shirt. He grabbed my vest.
He also took pictures of her naked.
Do you imagine if somebody was molesting you and then you have your molester right next to you?
He just smacked him for no reason.
Yo, violating my rights.
On May 30th, 2024, officers responded to a residence following a report of a man assaulting his underage daughter.
I know, dude. Why, man?
He lied to me straight to me. He looked at me right in my goddamn face.
Yeah, get ready.
2205.
All right, so I went on Unpopular's channel. They got a lot of nice police body-worn camera. Who am I to tell other people how to run their channel? But it'd be nice if they follow in the vein of other channels that have done this before them and done a great job. And basically put some identifying information on this footage that they're getting. You know, where did you get this footage from? What is the police department? What is the circumstances surrounding it? Because then it becomes like it's just for entertainment and it's not for educational purposes. And I don't think the suffering of people is entertaining, right? We want to know who they are. We want to follow up. We care. That's why we're watching this. So if you're watching Unpopular, Cam, thank you so much for making this available to people, but can you please start putting identifying information in your videos? But they have a really good body-worn camera footage, very sad stories that I would definitely recommend you guys subscribe and go watch for yourself. So just my little tidbit kind of, you know, unneeded and unsolicited opinions. And guys, please hit that like button. We have almost 75 people watching on this impromptu live in the morning. This is not when my audience watches YouTube, so we're going to have a small crowd. Can you do me a favor and please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already?
All right. What's going on with her? This is just...
44, you said?
Yes, please. Just one unit.
We all have COVID.
Okay, let me take a step back.
Yeah, that's first and foremost.
Yeah, I don't need that.
We all slept in this morning.
And we already got folks in the chat saying Florida has the most efficient government in the U.S. We're not talking about politics. We don't care about that. That's a member. So much love to you, member, for showing love and joining me. But I just want to make it clear, we're not talking about politics because you guys don't know my politics. My politics might surprise you. We're not talking about politics. I'm not here to denigrate Florida and say that they're not doing a good job. What I'm saying is they're not good with victims, and that's all I care about, period. I don't care who your governor is. I don't care who your president is. I don't care who your mayor is. I don't care how much taxes you pay. All I care about is victims. And the way that I see them treating victims in that state and other states is atrocious. Period. Done. Full stop. If they treat their victims good and they put resources in their victims, then I'll say you are the greatest state on the planet. Let everybody follow the mold of Florida. But they're not doing that with their victims. You're going to see it with your own eyes. So politics has no place here. This is about the victims. This is about children. Children. That's what this is about.
And when I woke up, I got up, I made myself some cereal, came to the bed. He asked me if I had checked on her yet. I said no, she was still sleeping. He got up, he went to check on her, went to feel if she had a fever, I guess. Next thing I know, a little bit later, he comes in, he says she's gone.
All right. I think I'm so freaking passionate. I'll be like, I get so pissed off. Not with anybody. I'm not pissed off with the chat. I just get pissed off. I didn't even hear what she said, but it's important because she talks about where he felt her temperature. So we'll go back for a second and ask yourselves, is that where you feel somebody to find out what their temperature is? Listen to this.
Came to the bed. He asked me if I had checked on her yet. I said no, she was still sleeping. He got up, he went to check on her, went to feel if she had a fever, I guess. Next thing I know,
all right, so she doesn't say where. So we got to keep listening. You'll find out where he felt on her to see if she had a fever.
Later he comes in, he says she's gone.
And she's claiming all this stuff now.
She's claiming that when he went to feel her stomach,
boom,
I guess he touched her breast.
How many parents I got in the room? The majority of my audience is female, and the majority of you guys have children. How many of you are feeling a 15, 16-year-old girl's stomach to find out if she has a fever? How many of you are doing that? How many of you are feeling your child's stomach to see if they have a fever? Anyway, let's keep going because that's not the only place he felt. But listen to him already. Oh, and she's claiming all this other stuff. Listen to him already. This is the mother telling the police officer what her daughter's saying. Her daughter's not 5 or 2 and saw a scary movie and making something up, which you shouldn't say that child is making stuff up anyway. This is a teenage girl who's making an allegation of sex crimes against a relative, against a father. And this is the way they're going to be talking about this little girl. Let's keep going.
He was just trying to touch her stomach.
He was trying to touch her stomach.
He's just trying to touch her stomach. Like it's no big deal. Like it's no big deal.
And the window to her bedroom was open. I guess she crawled out of it. Here in the neighborhood. She was the only friend that she really has. So we went over there. I drove
Now, mind you, I want to add this. First of all, if you want to watch this without my commentary, please go to Unpopular. If you're here, you're going to know I'm going to stop every 5 freaking seconds, okay? Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to react. The typical reaction video is like, ooh, No, I'm a professional. I'm going to add my professional 18 years of experience into this. So I'm going to be talking. All right? It's not just to see my facial expressions, for you to get some knowledge on how this is supposed to work. I want to add that all of these people allegedly have COVID. They're all sick. And the daughter is sick. So it's not like the daughter just would want it to just run away and she's using this as an excuse as to why she ran away. She's sick. She want to stay in the bed. She's super sick. So as a police officer, when you're getting this information and you're like, all right, they told me that this girl is super sick. And then they told me that this guy touched her on her stomach, and she's going to say he touched more. Why would a super sick person want to run away? Why would a super sick person want to run away? Keep that in the back of your head as we listen to more of this.
Over there, here in the van, and then she took off running.
Is she all right now?
Can you please get out?
If she wants to stay in there, it's fine. You want to talk to me or no? Why don't you come out here and talk? You stay right there. That's fine. What's going on? Were you over there when whatever he did over there happened? Were you at the other address when he did whatever he did?
No, he was...
Okay. All right, so what's going on?
I was here.
Listen to her. Listen to her talk. Also know that her unsupportive mother is right behind the car and the perpetrator's on the other side of the car. The perpetrator's on the other side of the car while this dude is talking to her. Untrained, unprofessional. And it's not his fault. It's his department's fault. First of all, let's keep going.
I got scared, so I left.
Okay, so what happened?
I'm sick. I have COVID. So I wasn't feeling good. I've been having a fever. And so this morning, I was asleep. I had just woken up, my eyes were closed. And he kind of like came in. And I was just wearing a hoodie. I wasn't wearing a bra or underwear.
Okay.
He kind of put his hand on my stomach to kind of like check my...
Yeah.
She has the strength, the fortitude to literally tell him what this man has did. Did you hear what the cop said? These microaggressive things turn victims off and make them feel unsafe. He goes, yeah. When she says where he touched, he doesn't say okay or yes or remain silent and allow her to express herself. He goes, yeah. Like he doesn't want to hear it. Like he doesn't want to hear it. Training teaches you not to address a victim that way. Training that he lacks. It is not his fault. It is his department's fault. Let's keep going.
He kind of like slowly, like maybe a minute, or two, he was in there. He kind of like lifted up my shirt more, and he like grabbed my breast. He lifted up my shirt, and he grabbed my breast. And for maybe like a couple of seconds,
he lifted off my shirt and he grabbed my chest and he held it for a couple of seconds. That's an eternity for a victim. That's an eternity. He pretty much grabbed her breast for 5 hours as far as her brain was concerned. That's an eternity. Let's keep going.
Go ahead.
Look at him. Look at him. And then he's coming around. And he's listening. I don't even know if that's her bio dad or not. I don't know. But let's keep going.
Took a picture of just with my top. And then he kind of put my hoodie back over, put the boyfriend on top of him, and then told my mom that I didn't have a fever anymore.
Okay.
I kind of just like, oh,
She's also describing how she's sick. Now, I want to go ahead and jump in and tell you guys what should be happening right now. First of all, you're supposed to have a dedicated special victims unit. You get this allegation. This girl is not 4 years old. She's a teenager. She can make her own decisions. She can make her own decisions. The mother does not have the authority to tell her whether she could talk to the cops or not or whatever. She could decide to talk to the cops on her own. You're supposed to immediately get her to the hospital. Number one, you see her on the verge of a panic attack or all that good stuff. You should be calling an ambulance. Ambulance for 2 reasons. Number one, she's sick. You want to get her evaluated. Number two, I don't know what the policy is there in Florida, but in New York, whenever somebody runs away, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 days, a month, or an hour, when that child is returned to residence, whether that child is returned to residence by the parents or returned to residence by the police, they have to go to the hospital and get an evaluation. She ran away. She needs an evaluation. Number three, she needs a rape kit. She needs a sock kit, a sex assault evidence collection kit. She needs that done. Why? Did he penetrate her? No, he did not. But his hands were on her boobies, which means that he has touch DNA on her breasts, which we need to get samples of. Guarantee you from what she described, if she goes to the hospital right now and they take the sweater that she's wearing right now for the transferred DNA that's going to be from the chest to the sweater, and if they take swabs of her chest, guarantee you they're going to get his DNA. Why would his DNA be on her chest? Explain that to me. That's what he'd have to explain to the judge. Right now, they're just allowing evidence to just disappear. Because I don't think they ever took her to the hospital. But anyway, let's keep going because it gets worse. Because there's going to be another situation that's going to happen that's going to give these cops probable cause to arrest this guy, but they're not going to arrest him. What they will arrest him for is the most selfish, self-serving reason why they would arrest him, but not for all the crimes that he's committing against children, plural. Let's keep going.
You what?
I got up. I got out of bed. I put some underwear and some shorts. I left. I went through my window in my bedroom. I got really scared. I didn't know what.
All right. Have a seat, all right? Were you in the room with him?
I was not. The door was open, though.
Okay.
He was in there less than 2 minutes, yeah.
Less than 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was that long. It was 26.
You know, it's amazing how sometimes the darkness in people's souls can manifest itself on the outside. You guys take that for whatever it's worth, whether it makes people mad or not. But to me, sometimes how you are on the inside sometimes is a reflection on how you are on the outside. But I'll leave it at that. Let's keep going.
Anyway, you can touch. So, what about the phone thing? What is she talking about?
I don't know. She said I took a picture of her, but
Look how dumb this is. He says, she said I took a picture, but look, you can see on my phone I don't have any picture. As though he can't delete the picture from his phone and delete it from the recycling bin. You could never determine whether she took that picture or not without getting that phone forensically dumped. without getting that phone forensically dumped. There's no way on patrol out there in the field that you could believe that since he's showing you his phone that somehow there's no picture in here. This cop is going to believe him. But let's keep going.
I don't want to get
if you got some mask, I'll put it on. But
and then because he says he has COVID, which we don't even know if it's really true, because they might just be using that as a notion, you know what I'm saying, to throw the cops off. But he says he has COVID. Okay. We're investigating a sex crime. Cop, I know this is Florida. This is Orange County. Oh, this happened in Orange County. This happened. I found out the police precinct. It's Orange County Sheriff's. Go figure. The same sheriff's department for Madeline Soto. Go figure. And now we know why Madeline is dead. Go figure. This is what Madeline Soto will have to deal with if she get an outcry. If Madeline Soto, let's say we go into an alternative dimension, an alternative reality, and Madeline Soto on the day that she was dead, on that Monday, but she wasn't dead. Let's say she wasn't dead. Let's say Stephen Stearns had his way with her like he normally did. He got up, drove her to school. She went into school, but after school, instead of waiting for her mother, she walked to the sheriff's department. Let's say she walked to the sheriff's department and she told the sheriff's department what Stephen Stearns has been doing to her since she was 6 years old. What do you think would have happened? What do you think would have happened? Her having to deal with these cops, these Keystone cops. Go figure. In all of Florida, I see this video. Somebody sent me this video. Big shout out to people who send me cool stuff like this. Somebody sent me this video by email, said, look how they treated this victim. I looked at it. I was appalled. I said, I got to cover this. I'm pissed off watching the video that they don't put no identifying markers on the video as to where the video came from. I look at the video. It is while Stephen Stearns is making those phone calls, asking for freaking books from his family. The whole world is going crazy about Madeline Soto. This department has learned no lessons. Madeline Soto been dead for 3 months. They learned no lessons. This is May 30th, 2024. Orange County Sheriff's Department. They learned no lessons. Look how they treat this victim. Look how they treat this Madeline Soto that's surviving. Look how they treat them. It's terrible. Don't come in my comment section shilling for places that do not take care of children. Don't come in here. I want to be the last time you ever come here. Nobody should be coming in this comment section shilling for governments that don't take care of children. I'm pissed.
It's been so long since we had to wear them.
I know.
You know, but no, last picture I took, and I even, that's the camera, and I even showed her my trash. The trash too, I haven't.
Yeah, all right. And what's she diagnosed with, anything?
We don't have insurance. We haven't been able to get her.
He went and he has COVID, but
No.
oh.
I think I got too loud. Mommy came downstairs and gave me the face like, what is happening? She's upstairs working. I'm sorry. I get too passionate. I apologize to the chat. I apologize to wifey. I'm sorry. She's up there working. She just came down and gave me the face like, you. She's upstairs typing, doing her work. She probably like, oh, hell no. Just know this man not downstairs disturbing my peace while I'm working on Sunday morning. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry to the people who support the channel, and I'm going crazy on you. I'm sorry to the wifey. I'm sorry to everybody, okay? Let's keep going. I'm sorry, man. Man, they're the most vulnerable amongst us, man. This is the children, man. And nobody cares about the kids, man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about children. We will spend billions of dollars on bombs. We'll spend millions on a road. We'll put migrants in hotels and all kinds, but we won't spend money on our kids. We won't put money in our schools. We won't put money in mental health. We won't put money in child protective services to protect children. We won't give a few cops extra classes to know how to deal with victims of sexual assault. Like it's like our priorities is everywhere but where it needs to be. Big shout out to Jamie MP with a $5 super chat, says, get them strategic. Your passion and knowledge is so admirable, and the way you speak for every victim on and off the job, you are the man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for at least knowing that I come from a good place. I try at least. I try and come from a good place.
Oh, you mean?
Told him about everything.
Sorry.
No, she's.
We haven't had insurance to be able to get her.
What do you think? That she has mental problems, you think?
They didn't even say anything about this girl having mental health issues. The cop brought it up because he's trying to find a reason not to believe her. Dude, I hope you're not a father, Mr. Officer. And believe me, I am an officer of the law, and I know where you work. I make more money than you. I have more experience than you. I'm telling you, dude, from an experienced law enforcement person, dude, you need to consider a different profession, or you need to take your profession more seriously, and you need to get better training. And if your department is not going to give you that training, then you need to go ahead and go get that training, bro, on your own. Go take a webinar, whatever. There's ton. Flexi gives a lot of trainings you can sign up for. You know, you could go type up HIDA into your email, and you could send them your law enforcement email. You get tons of training. There's a lot of sexual assault awareness organizations and groups that will give free training to law enforcement. You could sign up. They do webinars now. They'll host it in Arizona, and you could do it in Florida. There's no reason why you can't educate yourself on how to do your job better, bro, because you are shaming us right now. You're shaming us because nobody said anything about this girl having mental illness. Nobody said anything about this girl having mental illness, and you asking them, is she crazy? Because you just want an excuse not to believe her. But if it was your daughter, your sister, your cousin, your niece who was getting diddled by somebody, all hell break loose. All hell break loose. But because she's not related to you, she's just another job. Well, you shouldn't be a police officer if it's just a job. You should be a police officer only if you have a passion to serve. A passion to serve. That's the type of job being a police officer is. If you're just doing it to collect a check, then you're a failure. Because this is not a job just to collect a check. But let's keep going.
I think she definitely has depression, at least.
Okay. All right, give me a minute, all right? Yeah. All right, give me a minute.
You shouldn't have gotten into my house at all.
Come on. What's going on, man? All right, come on, let's go. Come on.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so this mother is retarded. I'm not going to lie to you. I understand that she's upset, but she's like, her brain is like, but she has a reason to be upset. I'll tell you that. Because the girl ran away to her boyfriend's house and told her boyfriend what the dad did to her. And then the boyfriend broke into their house and assaulted the son. So we have two crimes going on there. You got a burglary, and then you also have assault. But anyway, whatever. Bottom line is, just listen.
You have no business putting.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. Ma'am, stop. Don't even bother. Listen. So what happened? What's going on? Let's actually go behind the car. Come on.
Yeah. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Ma'am.
You're not.
Ma'am.
You don't touch my son.
Ma'am.
You don't touch my son. You respect. That's my son.
Okay, my mom was.
Yeah, all right. So what happened, dude?
So.
Ma'am.
I understand
So
that, but you
Caitlin came to my front door. Her daughter. Caitlin came to my front door.
All right.
I don't put no hands on nobody's kids.
Ma'am, listen to me and walk over here, okay? Everything's gonna be handled.
Okay,
Relax.
I want to press charges.
Let me hear what happened. Talk
I don't
to me.
give a
Just for the record, for the naysayers, I don't have to say this, but you guys know I'm not liberal. Y'all know it. I mean, I ain't hiding it. Man, listen, when it comes to Florida and a lot of their policies, I'm with it, baby. But they're not spending money on what needs to be spent on, which is training for law enforcement and protecting the children. So don't come in here and think because of the color of my skin and all the other things that I might believe a certain way. Don't you dare do that. Because I believe in a lot of things that you wouldn't think I believe in. Don't get it twisted. Strategic is a centrist.
Listen to me.
I don't care. I don't care.
Stop for a minute.
Okay.
Stop
Right.
and listen. Go.
Like he grabbed her And like he also took pictures of her naked, and I was like, yo, that's like not okay. And like she was like crying, she was like, oh, she was overwhelmed. And now we're here.
Well, what happened then?
And after that, like, what's it called? He came to the house and he knocked looking for her. I told her that, and I told him that like beating her.
Okay.
So like I told her that she wasn't here, so he didn't do nothing bad.
I want him arrested.
I know, but listen.
I want him arrested.
I can't just arrest people without hearing him say what he's saying, right?
He put his hands on a minor.
Listen, again, stop.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to work with everybody, but you need to stop.
This lady's insufferable, dude. Like, now, I will agree with the cop on this one. Like, he needs to hear the kid tell what happened. Like, he's not even finished telling his story, and she jumps in. But you're going to see her arguing with these folks. It's, like, very inappropriate.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
What's it called? So then he came to the back porch after she was trying to run. So then, like, what's it called? Opened the back porch, walked to the front door in the house, and then opened the front door, and then pushed her to the freaking sidewalk, just like straight pushed her. And then he came into the house. He said, "If you ever lie to me again, you're dead, kid." And he smacked me like in my face.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's really nice. That's really cute.
Stop.
There's too many children having babies, man. Come on. You got the cops there. Let the cops deal with it. All right. That's a collar, though. That's an arrest right there. That's an arrest.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
She is. I'm sorry.
Stop. You need to stop, okay?
Okay.
You got to give me a
want
minute.
him arrested.
Okay. Can you stop and let me speak? I need to figure out that situation, and then I'm going to figure out your situation, okay?
Okay.
Everything's going to work out, all right? All right, so just take a minute and relax.
You know what that means.
All right, so they do edits, and I don't know where these edits are coming from. It is what it is. Once again, it's not my content. I did not get the video footage, so I don't know what they edited to. Somebody in the comment section made a good point, like, yo, call for backup, which is the truth. Well, they edited it until the backup came, so now the backup is here, right? All right, so now listen to them talk. I think this is the part where they talk about what was told already. Mind you, the victim is still with her family right now. She's still with her dad, who just tried to molest her, and her mom, who doesn't give a ish, right? I think this is the part where they confer on the information. I think this guy is going to go and have a conversation with the victim again. I don't know. Let's see. We'll work it out together.
Yeah, I know.
Burglary, battery, and child abuse.
So I can do burglary, battery therein,
Yep.
Yep.
Child abuse.
and then child abuse.
Right.
And then the
You
other
want to press charges?
Mom wants to, yeah. This is what he's saying. He just touched her stomach. She lost her mind or whatever. He goes outside. She jumps out the window, runs away.
You hear that? He just touched her stomach. She loses her mind and jumps out the window, and that's it. That's what he said. See how dismissive that is? Now let's see what he says, what she says.
The kid. She's claiming that she was sleeping. He started to touch her stomach to see if she had a fever, and then touched up here. But he said she touched up here too. And she said that she took her clothes off and touched her. Yeah.
How do you get her clothes off?
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because you didn't ask questions. And she didn't take all his clothes off. Another cop is going to go interview her and ask the right questions, and she's going to explain that she's naked under her sheet and she only had a big hoodie on. And that so all he did was lift up her hoodie and her breasts were exposed. A simple question would have gotten a simple answer. But he's saying it already putting doubt in other people's minds that she's not being truthful about the interaction. Oh, that just doesn't make sense. How did she get her clothes off? Come on, man. This is the thing. These guys should not be making these decisions. In my municipality, the moment the victim says I was a victim of sexual assault, they are trained to separate the parties, detain them, and call special victims. A detective should be asking these questions, not patrol police officers. Not patrol police officers. They don't have the training or the experience to understand how victims respond to trauma. This girl is going through an immense amount of trauma, stress, and mental duress. She's not going to answer questions correctly. She's going to be trembling when she talks. She's going to omit information that you have to be trained to solicit from her. If you interview her a week from now, you interview her a month from now, you'll get a totally different interview than the interview you're going to get right now at this moment. Merely hours before, or after rather, her father just tried to molest her. And it wasn't the first time that he did it. And a police officer asking the correct questions, which is going to happen in a second, is going to elicit the fact that he has done this before. Where's their special victims? Why do you have all these knuckleheads here trying to figure this out who don't have the training, the knowledge, or the expertise? No knock on them. They could write a hell of a ticket, I'm pretty sure. They could chase down a drug dealer that's running 20 miles an hour. But they don't have training to be special victims detectives. They don't know how to deal with victims. Why are they dealing with this and not their special victim squad? What is the metric of getting the special victim squad involved? Why is it in my municipality we're involved from the beginning? The moment that the call comes to patrol and patrol hears from the victim that they were a victim of sexual assault, their job is to call an ambulance and make a notification to my office, and we will determine if we come out or not, depending on the allegation. Where's that notification with these guys? Where's the ambulance? This is a bad policy, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bad policy that's going to result in a lot of victims not getting the justice that they deserve. Let's keep going.
She said a hoodie. All right, just give us a few minutes, all right, and then we're going to try and work everything out.
Can I get a copy of all this stuff?
So we don't give copies. I'll give you a business card, though. All right?
Okay, well, just because I had to leave work.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you a business card, my name and all that stuff, phone number and the case number and all that stuff.
Now, this lady, in a little bit, is going to, she's now going to show the most humility I've ever seen in my life. So I teased her. I said, well, she's acting so juvenile. I'm going to arrest her. I'm going to arrest her. Not letting the cop talk and do whatever. But then she puts that girl before her son, before herself, before everything. And I wish I could fast forward to it, but I just have to call it out. This woman ends up being a hero. Let's keep going.
All right. Hey, he smacked you in the mouth, right, you said?
Right here.
Like he smacked you in the face?
Straight bow.
One smack?
And my ear was like ringing.
You heard him say he'll do it again, right?
Yeah, no, well, that part isn't anything. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about him actually hitting him.
So, yeah, and then he's being dismissive on what she's saying. It does matter. It matters to her. And it also shows his intent that he's making a threat. That does matter. You know, but once again, this dude is a douchebag. Anyway, let's keep going.
Last night I was wearing an oversized hoodie.
An oversized hoodie, you said? Okay.
All right, so this is a different cop. You can see by like the beard trimmings, whatever. They need to shave these beards off their faces, by the way. It's very unprofessional. Anyway, undercover chicken with a $1.99 super chat. We don't allow that in my agency. You got to be clean shaven. Why you guys think I'm always clean shaven? You got to show some respect for the job. Anyway, let's keep going.
Just an oversized hoodie? You weren't wearing nothing else underneath that at all? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, my front is kind of exposed. I took a picture of me.
Your eyes were still closed? So how do you know that he took a picture of you? You saw the flash? Okay. Well, I gotta ask. That's the only reason why I'm asking. It's not silly. That's why I'm asking. Okay? I didn't say that. I have to ask these questions, right? Has he done this before? Has he done it before?
Are you flipping me off?
What did he do last year?
You're flipping me off? You're coming to say?
Hey, just go over there. I know, but I get it. I get it, but just stand over here and we'll handle it, okay? If they're doing something, you give it to us and we'll handle it. They're not going to do that to me, I promise you. Fair? So we're all on the same page. I mean, she's...
All right, listen to this. This is where that lady's going to defend this child. Big shout out to 80 Lady J with a $2.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Really shook it up. Like, she's... Something happened. Whether what she's saying is...
This right here is the douchebag who needs a new job. He needs a new job. This guy right here is a disgrace. You know what? I don't even know who these guys are. These are sheriffs. I'm not a sheriff. I'm a police officer. So maybe sheriff is something different. I don't know. In New York, a sheriff is lower than a cop, to be honest with you. Like when you get down into the mid-Hudson and below, like sheriffs higher. Nah, that's not true. You know, they're kind of the same thing. I don't know. Bottom line is, we don't really do the sheriff thing in New York like that. You see them in like far-flung counties and stuff, but maybe he not on the same job I'm on. Maybe these guys are not on the same job I'm on. I don't know, bro, because they broke my heart. Listen to this.
Sure enough, something happened. I mean, she really believes it. She saw it from her eyes. She told me she was in the past, about a year or so ago. I guess they were on the couch, him and her, just hanging out. looking at videos on the phone. And
You got her stop recording me?
What?
we can't tell her to stop recording, but I mean, because we get recorded all the time too. So
I mean, you're being recorded right now with us.
No, I understand that with you guys, but like,
just ignore it. Honestly, the best way you can do is just sit there.
Now, these guys being as ill-trained as they are, they don't even understand that she's not there trying to care about being recorded. She wants to do two things. One, she wants to hear what they're saying. And two, she wants to deflect them because she's afraid they're going to arrest her husband. She's there to thwart your investigation. That's why she keeps bothering you guys and causing a disruption. She knows what she's doing. They're just not smart enough to realize it. But let's keep going.
There and just ignore it. Honestly, it's the best thing that you do. Okay? Well, we can't tell her to stop recording, but I mean, if you want, you can come stand over here. If you want, go stand behind my car. If you want. It's just not in the shade, right?
Whatever with her is done, okay? I did what
Can y'all just wait? Can y'all wait just over there for now? Too?
That's why I came over here.
Because y'all have COVID as well, so we don't.
That's why I came over here.
So she's saying, I guess a year ago, they were on the couch. They were kind of just laying on the couch, watching something on a phone, and he was like falling. He like fell asleep at one point, or was faking to fall asleep, and she said that he was like holding her, and then his hand slid up and like grabbed her boob
Over the shirt?
under, over and under.
While he was sleeping?
Yeah, like he was like fondling her, like she's like, I don't know.
Yeah. While he was sleeping? While he was sleeping? Like he can't pretend like he's sleeping as an excuse to touch this child. You see this guy? This guy is a loser, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, a loser to like 1,000 gajillion people on the internet. I'm full-throatedly saying you're a loser, bro. You are a terrible cop, in my opinion. I'm a human being in the United States of America, and I'm saying it's my opinion that you are a loser. Listen to this.
I don't know if he's pretending or not. I don't know. So that's what she said in the past. She said today she was in the bed. They have COVID. She was wearing a long hoodie, just a hoodie, no underwear, no bra, no nothing. And she was underneath a blanket. So the blanket was covering her lower half, and the hoodie was covering her top half in the bed. So she's laying in the bed. He came in, felt her stomach, which is, I don't know why you feel people's stomach if they have a temperature or not. You usually touch their cheek or their
Exactly.
forehead. But hey, everybody.
Exactly. Nobody touches nobody's stomach. I saw one person on the chat say, well, I touched the head, and if not, then I touched the stomach. Well, you're not getting a scientific gauge on whether somebody's sick. People's stomach is all type of temperatures. There's all kinds of chemical reactions happening in people's stomachs, digestive fluids, acids that create heat. Acid creates heat when it burns things. Your stomach is filled with hydrochloric acid. That's why you touch faces and heads. Nobody, or at least 99% of the world, does not feel a person's stomach. The only time I've ever heard of that is like a baby, like an infant. You might feel the whole baby and infant, kind of get a gauge, kind of like an average of of the temperature of the baby, maybe. But a 16-year-old? Nah. And if you're doing that in the chat, stop touching your 16-year-old on their stomach. Don't do that. That may not be, or 15, whatever. That may not be a good idea. Okay? I think they've grown out of it. I know you're a loving parent and you would never hurt your child, but people change. People evolve. I think that they may have evolved out of you feeling on their stomach to gauge their temperature. It's not normal. Let's keep going.
Her back is straight.
Yeah, so whatever.
Nothing but her tummy. Like, I don't get that.
Yo, you heard that? No. Let's go back. Hold on here. We had 11:12. He said something about whatever. Look at this.
Her back is straight.
Yeah, so whatever.
Nothing but her tummy.
No. See? Dismissing the victim. Here we go.
I don't know why you feel people's stomach if they have a temperature or not. You usually touch their cheek or their forehead. But hey, everybody feels it. But her back is straight.
Yeah, so whatever.
Oh, so the guy is like, yeah, he's saying, why would you touch his stomach? This other guy said, well, maybe you touch their back or something. Both of these two cops is like, stomach doesn't seem right to me. And then he goes, yeah, whatever. But, I don't know. It's up to debate on what his context is when he say, hey, yeah, whatever. But, once again, these two are on the same team. He's on the skeptical team. My point is he's not trained enough to be skeptical. Where's special victims? Big shout out to Jaggy B with a $1.99 super chat says, nope, Mama 3, and I have never touched a stomach to see a fever. Yeah, this cop is a total disgrace. Yeah, this cop is a total disgrace. She said it twice, full-throatedly. And she's a mom of 3. She never check her temperature with her stomach. And Light Chaser with a $10 super chat says, a little love towards your new career fund. Much love, sir. You're a joy to follow. We appreciate you for showing that love. And we ain't there yet. We'll see how things go. Because if I do get promoted to sergeant, which I don't know if it's going to happen, but if I'm on the list, if I get promoted to sergeant, I'm going to probably stick around for a little while. So we'll see what happens. If I don't get promoted, then there's a possibility I might leave when it's time to retire. If YouTube is popping off, if YouTube is popping off and I get promoted, I'm going to stay. I'm going to be a sergeant for a little while, try and make lieutenant. And if YouTube is whatever, these things. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. Anyway, let's keep going.
Tummy, like I don't get that. Anyway, it is what it is. So he touched her stomach, and then she said he touched her like up here somewhere, and then she said that his hand came down and kind of like fondled, and then touched her stomach again, and then came up underneath and grabbed her bare breast. Then she said at this point her eyes were still closed. She was like afraid of what he was doing. At one point, I guess he then exposed her full chest with the sweatshirt up, and then took a photograph.
Yeah, he showed me his phone already.
I said, how do you know you took a photograph? If your eyes are closed? She said, because I still saw the flash go through the eyes, which is plausible, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'll document it.
Hello.
I don't know, like, what you guys are doing, but I know you guys are investigating her allegations, but I don't know if you guys understand how traumatic it is. That girl looks like she's about to have a...
We're doing both.
Yeah, but do you imagine if somebody was molesting you and then you have your molester right next to you?
Listen, I'm not going to tell you how to come and do your job at admin health.
This what your tax dollars is paying for? That's what your tax dollars is paying for. This woman comes up and says, listen, all right, you know what? I was being a crazy person earlier, but now it's time for me to put on my big person, my grown-up pants. And my grown-up pants is telling me that you guys are investigating allegations of this girl being molested. You guys have her right next to her molester. You guys understand how traumatic that is. Like, maybe you guys should do something, maybe separate them or something, maybe bring her over to you, put her in a police car, or maybe go arrest him for the assault that she just and her son just articulated. Put him inside of the police car so that he could at least be detained in the police car and she could not be next to him. What does the cop say? Oh, don't tell me how to do my job. I mean, basically he said, don't tell me how to do my job, biatch. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like he just wanted to smack the crap out of her, tell her, get out of here. Let's go back. Listen to this.
Can you imagine if somebody was molesting you and then you have your molester right next to you?
Listen, I'm not going to tell you how to come and do your job at admin health. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's the same thing if you come over here and try to tell me what I have to do my job.
Wow.
Like,
I understand.
That's how you talk to your citizen? That's how you talk to the citizenry? That's how we do business in Orange County. Don't tell me how to do my job. I ain't going to come to your job and tell you how to do your job. Don't tell me how to do my job. That's courtesy. That's respect. That's service. Oh, yeah. Let's keep going.
For her.
But at the same time, ma'am, you need to understand that those are, as of right now, it's all allegations, and we're trying to figure out the proof of such. Okay?
Right.
So,
how are you supposed to solve this case on the side of the road? How are you supposed to solve this case on the side of the road? Explain that to me. I've been doing this for 18 and a half years. I've been doing high-level investigations. I've done investigations with the federal government. I've done investigations with the state attorney's office, done investigations with multiple county municipalities. Explain to me, I've done international sex trafficking cases with Homeland Security. I got a guy in federal prison right now facing 36 years for sex trafficking over my case that the Fed stole from me. Because once you finish with the case and you call them in, they steal your shit.
Oh, hell no.
I said, yo, can I come to JFK when you guys arrested, dude? You know what they told me?
Oh, hell no.
But make sure that you digitally send over your whole case file over, man. You did a really good job. We appreciate you. But you don't got to come to jail. Oh, we got to get the security clearances. That's a lot of paperwork. Don't worry. We'll let you know when we get them into custody. That's what they told me. That's how the feds do, man. They suck, bro. They will steal your case. Listen, man. All the years I've been doing this, there's no way you solving this case from the side of a road. You had probable cause to arrest the guy at the very least on the assault that he committed against the boy. You also have probable cause to arrest him for what the girl is alleging that he did. But they don't care, because don't tell them how to do their job. That's what they'll tell me. These little young-faced rookies who probably got maybe 5 years or less on the job. The most senior guy that's standing here with these little boys is probably 7 years on the job. They'll tell me, their friends will send them this video and they'll watch it and they'll say, oh, Strategic, this internet guy, don't tell me how to do my job. Bro, you don't even know what the job is. You ain't seen nothing yet, little boy. You're a rookie. And I'm telling you, as a veteran officer, that you handled this case terribly. But let's keep going.
That's why we're figuring out what's going on with your son while also figuring out what's going on with him. So, I mean, he's not...
Saying, do you understand?
I understand what you're saying, but we're also dealing with...
Right now, everybody's a suspect now.
Right.
Everybody's a suspect? What do you mean?
As far as over there.
Oh.
Correct. So, it's
Two
not...
separate crimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because I'm looking at her through the window, through my car, and she looks like she's about to hyperventilate. Like,
We understand, and that we have all that...
Left the victim alone. Left her alone, unsupported, all by herself with her victimizer. None of these people are trauma-informed trained. None of them. None of them. I pray for you if you live in the state of Florida, or at least in this municipality. It's not fair for me to say the whole state because they might have some departments down there doing amazing things. So I'm amend what I've said so far in the past and to right now in Orange County. Orange County, Osceola County. We know a lot about those two counties. I pray for anybody who lives in those municipalities. I pray you never have to be a victim of a sex crime and have to deal with these people. Let's keep going.
That in mind as well. That's why, I mean, we're working on it, so...
Yeah, I'm just worried about her.
I understand. We are too. You know, it's...
And I don't mean to come off rude.
I understand. I know what you're saying.
I'm just trying to advocate for her. Like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, if I was, I would have want my mom near me.
I understand, but what I think the general public doesn't see a lot, at least when it comes to law enforcement, is that we get allegations like this all the time.
Right, so that means that you don't believe them? You get allegations like this all the time, and it's your job, and you're getting paid to believe every single one of them until you can prove it otherwise. That's called being trauma-informed. You can't. What he's saying is, we get them all the time, and the majority of them are bullcrap. So guess what? I walk into a situation assuming that the victim is a liar. That's what he just said. That's what he just said. Let's keep going.
Okay, and I would say the majority are right.
I'm sorry?
We have ones that are founded and often
Yeah. The majority are unfounded. So
as
it's not
kids,
that we're saying that
as
we're
your wife,
cold
and
about
as
those
your
things,
husband,
but
because
we're
they're
trying to
anybody out here.
She said he took pictures of her.
Yeah, we took.
already looked at the phone and nothing.
You said that? You heard that? He said he took pictures of her. Then the other officer said, yes, and we looked in the phone and we saw nothing. So they did a forensic search? Didn't Stephen Stearns not reset his phone and delete all his pictures? Weren't his pictures not found from doing a forensic search? There you go right there. They didn't believe her. They didn't support her. They thought she was a liar. They thought she just wanted to run away from her home with COVID so she could go to her boyfriend's house and give him COVID. That's what she wanted. She's sick with COVID. She in the bed, barely could move. She just wanted to run out so she could go play with her boyfriend. That's what happened. She didn't run away because somebody was actually trying to victimize her in that house. You heard it. You heard it. We looked at his phone. There was nothing on it.
That's why we can't just go just what she says. We have to go what we've discovered so far.
I mean, she's even said to me while I was standing over there, she's like, I have no proof to show to you. So you got to understand, when we're arresting.
I have no proof to show you. You never have proof most of the time when it's family related. And you guys have not taken her to go get the proof. You haven't taken her to the hospital to get a rape kit, a sock kit done. You haven't done any of those things. You haven't tried to forensically interview her. You haven't even called in the detectives for them to give their professional opinion. You figured it out all for yourself, guys. It's all good. Let's keep going.
Somebody, we're taking their rights away from them, right? We're taking them away from their home, from their legal rights as a civilian. We're taking those rights away from them. So in order for us to do that, we don't want to violate his rights either and get in trouble with us and our family as well. So that's why we're truly doing our best to investigate everything.
I do hope he does get arrested, because while we were here and the other guy who was here, he did say numerous times that he would kill my son and that he would smack him again. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not going to touch my son. Like, hello.
When he did that, did he approach you guys?
No, he was standing on where he's now.
Hey, that was.
So now the police tackle him, they rough him up, they do all kinds of good stuff to him, right? But we got to ask ourselves, on what charge did they do this for? Why did the police tackle him now and arrest him and all that good stuff? Let's find out.
That was inappropriate. That was inappropriate.
Hey.
No, you didn't.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Let him.
He just smacked him for no reason.
Spit on my face.
No, he spit
Just
right
relax.
here. I
Back
saw
up.
that.
We have it all on video. Just take a step back. Take a step back.
This man is being arrested not for molesting his daughter, not for smacking a little boy in the face. This man is being arrested because he spit, allegedly, in a police officer's face. So they're willing to use the power of the law when it serves themselves in Orange County, but they're not willing to use it to serve the citizenry that they've sworn to protect. Understand, this arrest is not for molestation, it's not for battery. This arrest is for spitting at a police officer. That's what this arrest is for. Before we keep going, let me just show some love real quick. Big shout out to Aaron Murphy with a 5 gift membership. Thank you so much, Aaron, for gift membership in that, if that makes it gift membership in. And Light Chaser with 1 gift membership. Thank you so much for the free memberships to those folks who are going to be lucky enough to get it. And guys, I just want to let you know, in order to get the gift membership, you have to go into your YouTube settings and you have to check the box that says you're willing to receive gift memberships. So a lot of you guys who are asking for the opportunity to get a gift membership, you're not getting it because you don't have it in your settings that you're willing to accept it. So make sure that you guys go do that, because we give a lot of free gift memberships in this channel. My community is strong and beautiful, and I love this community. And my community is also very generous. So click that button so you can get your free gift membership one of these days. Let's keep going.
I saw that though.
Help him over.
He's not cooperating, but we gotta get him on his stomach somehow.
Let's get his legs crossed.
Okay, look. Listen.
We're listening. What's
Okay,
up?
I will roll over.
Okay.
Let go of this arm. I will roll over.
We're not letting go. We'll hold on to it.
You can stay on this? Okay, you can hold on to it.
So I see they finally called in a detective. This looks like a detective. And believe it or not, you're not going to asphyxiate somebody if you sit on them the way that this guy's sitting on them. This is actually the way you should sit on people. So he's doing a really good job the way that this detective is sitting on him. Let's keep going.
You have to move though, because I'm a little fat and I can't roll left.
Okay.
Definitely.
We're rolling this way. We're not gonna do it your way. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
You'll roll up in here. Should give you enough time.
So they know how to fight. We know they know how to fight in Florida. You know, they know how to take a guy down. They got his legs crossed. They got one dude was kneeling on his hand. The detective is on his pelvic and weighing him down. They definitely know how to take your ass down when you cause a trouble. They just lacking when it comes to actually how to investigate and deal with sex crimes victims. Let's keep going.
You can put a cuff on this hand if you like.
Oh, wait, you gotta be on your stomach. And then as soon as you put your hand on your back, we'll get you off.
I gotta roll more because the shoulders fuck.
On the second side, man.
No.
They're searching what we got in here.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing them.
Summer's in normal.
Okay. They're at 11616 in Jolly Court.
That's all. I got a wallet in this left pocket.
Okay.
Right here.
All right, we'll roll you this way.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna throw up.
Hold on. We're gonna get you up in a second.
I'm gonna throw up. Just move me.
Now throw him on the side, sit him up.
I'm gonna throw up.
All right, well.
You don't want to leave me here for a minute.
All right, we gotta sit you up.
I'd rather not. Okay, that'd be fine.
All right, right there.
that we're finding one is
violating my rights.
You guys are hilarious. You know, he's showing all that belly. People like, hey, go read his temperature. Take his temperature from his belly. Big shout out from Mary Wysong with a 199 super sticker. And apparently this happened May 30th, 2024. You can see that from the body worn camera information up in the top right-hand corner. Let's keep going.
Can she give me some water?
All right, Eric, now you're going to jail for spitting on the deputy.
County, he's secured now.
The destruction of evidence and for resisting
Cruising
with violence, okay? That's 3 felonies you're going to need today.
County, he's just complaining of nausea and shortness of breath. Shut up. Hey, whatever, I don't care. Preaching with the choir. I know you don't care. Okay.
All right, so it looks like we got some detectives there now. Big shout out to the detectives who finally on scene, man. Thank you so much for coming and save the day. We got some real professionals here who actually figure out what's going on. Big shout out to Samara Crow 84, who's now a White Shield member. Thank you so much for becoming a White Shield of True Crime Strategic. We need that support. You guys are amazing. When we're done with this live stream, I gotta get the kids up, get them ready for us to go do some bowling with the family, but I also want to talk to you guys about some things that we want to do, some changes that are going to be made to the show. I think it's important to you guys, so please hang out after the show is done so you can hear about those changes.
FD51.
Well, you just did. It's too late.
All right, so that's a spit hood that's being placed on his head. It does not obstruct his breathing at all. Not at all, okay? So protect people from this dude's vile fluids.
Because I couldn't breathe.
Well, that's weird.
I got COVID.
That's awesome.
You guys do too. And they already knew that.
He's not going to need that right now. He's not going to need that right now. No, he's got a spit mask on. He's not spitting anymore with COVID.
Just put it down for me. Put it right down, and then come over here.
On my side?
Nope.
Can I do anything?
If you're complaining, you're breathing. You're fine. What?
Is that you in the middle?
I have no idea. What do you need?
Good, everybody that was dealing with him.
Okay.
Take pictures of all the injuries for the battery LE.
Absolutely.
That's fine. Is it easier for you to roll onto your side?
Finally, we got a boss there. Where the bosses was at? They should have called the boss over immediately. Finally, you got a boss. You got people other than these rookies. You can see on their faces they're rookies. Something other than these rookies calling the shots, man. Thank you. We got a boss available. We got bosses. We got detectives there. Oh, hallelujah. Hopefully we can get some justice now.
You do it like this. All right, that works out for me. I appreciate it.
Sergeant wants me taking pictures of anyone's injuries. Let me just take a picture of your hand anyway.
Injury? God, the things are scraped up.
Good. I'll take pictures of it. Right next to your face. There you go. Cool. That way when Sarge asks, oh, we don't have to. We know whose legs these are.
Yeah.
Trying to make you laugh.
Frat boys, man. Frat boys.
Spit on my face, dude.
I know. No, I get it. I get it.
I only wanted to speak to an attorney. I'm not allowed to. I asked for an attorney at least 5 times.
Well, you're under arrest, so when...
Can I speak to an attorney?
Not right now. No. When you get to the jail, you can contact your attorney.
You talk a lot.
Yeah, I do.
That's crazy.
You talk a lot, too.
That's good. I bet I talk more than you.
That's fine.
I talk circles around you.
I'm fine. Can I lay down? Is that okay if I lay down?
Go ahead, man. Lay down. If you feel more comfortable laying down, lay down.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not petty. I'm really not petty. I think petty people are annoying. First of all, please hit that like button. That being said, I don't think I'm going to Disney anytime soon, man. I kind of been turned after covering all these stories about all this crazy stuff happening in Orlando. I'm not saying I won't go to Florida. I'm not one of those people. I'll go to Florida. They got nice beaches. You know, I might go to Miami. I haven't never been to Miami, to be honest with you. But I don't think I'm going to Disney anytime soon, man. I don't think I'm going to Disney. Too much going on down there. And I got kids that I love, bro. And if something happened and I got to call these Keystone cops, I'm not interested. Let's keep going.
What's my bond looking like?
No bond.
Bond for how long?
I don't know. I'm not an attorney.
No bond on which charge?
2201, sir.
What I heard. A couple felony charges.
Which charge? You know which charges have no bond?
We'll explain all that when you get down to the jail, okay? When you get booked in, We'll let you know what your bond is and all that, okay?
Thank you for the answer, sir.
You're welcome.
Working on it.
He's got COVID. He tried to he spit at one of our deputies after he said he had COVID. That's why he has his mask. Directed towards the ground. Will you be quiet? I'm not talking to you. He's got some scrapes on him and everything else. Well, be quiet then. I'm trying to carry on a conversation here. Do you mind? You got a little better if you're...
All right, I don't know if we're getting anything probative out of this. Let's see here.
Okay. Do we have...
I'm fast on because they're doing medical stuff. I don't know if there's anything probative.
Little spit mask.
Did you see exactly what happened when the whole tussling and wrestling was going on?
Not enough to... I saw it, yes, but everything happened so fast.
Okay.
This lady's so big she can't even stand up next to her daughter, man. Her daughter is God knows where. She has not supported her daughter not one time. Not one time since the police was called. Not one time did she go next to her daughter and provide her daughter any type of emotional or physical support. Not one time. All of her concern has always been with her Petey-File man. Her Petey-File man, allegedly Petey-File man. Not one time. And now, of course, you know, she got to go rest herself. She can't stay on her feet too long. And now she's sitting down. Where's her daughter? Did he tell her daughter? Did she tell her daughter, yo, come over here with me because I need to sit down for medical reasons, whatever. You know, I'm not trying to shame her. She needs to sit down. She needs to sit down. Did she say, all right, let me sit next to you in the car or come sit next to me over here on the side of the house? Nope. No. No love for her daughter. No support for her daughter.
I know that the detective came to get the phone and he had it, I guess, in his pocket. He wasn't going to give it to him, and that was when he, you know, started resisting him getting the phone and everything. And then they were, I don't even know who, I don't know which guys, I can't even tell you, but they pulled him out and threw him onto the ground. They were struggling with him because he was resisting. I don't know.
Are you willing to write that in a statement?
My stomach, my nose.
No?
I'm going to go off real quick. I got to blow my nose. Nose is getting all stuffy. Allergy season, man. Yesterday it was like 78 degrees in New York. It was crazy. I was like, what? Why is it so hot out here? Then it's cold today and raining. Anyway, let me go ahead and give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, we use this tool. We leaving? I think so. You guys are walking with the gloves on, so.
We rolling? Yep, that car right there.
All right, sounds good. Take my pen. That's the only two things I need.
That's it. Well,
got that for me?
Very good. Back in the trunk truck?
Yep, that's all I would ask. It doesn't have
We'll just say it like that right now. And then it's his car, so he's just going to do it real quick. Just relax for right now.
Okay, that's fine.
So every time you get moved or transferred, you got to check your pocket.
Yep, that's it.
All right, nothing on, you know, some token pod, stick them up like that.
All right, we'll call you when I get there.
What does the car say over here, down here by this guy? It says, not making a difference in victims' lives. I think, is that their motto down there in Orange County? Wow. The audacity to write that on your car, not making a difference in victims' lives. Wow. Big shout out to Light Chaser with a $20 super chat. Look at parole board hearings, how light they are all over this country. Unreal. That's what got me started on this path and finding you strategic. Well, thank you so much for finding me. And we're going to be on this journey together. All right, Light Chaser, we are here together.
Water. Make sure you get the keys out of the van. I think you left them in them. Oh, can you do me a favor before you take my wallet? Can you get my wife my cash? Give her the cash? Yeah, give her the cash.
All right, and he's getting a transport.
Notice they have said nothing about the victim, nothing about the boy. It was all about the spitting, all about that. I'm hopeful that later on, as the detectives get the information on the case, that they're able to upgrade his charges and actually add those additional charges onto him. But that was very sad, man. That really broke my heart, watching the way that these officers were dealing with this case, the lack of training, the lack of trauma-informed training, the lack of believing the victim. That broke my heart. It really did. Big shout out to Miss Hauser, who's celebrating 6 months as a white shield. She says the pedo is choosing the 16-year-old over the wife. Familiar? Very familiar. That's usually what happens, that they will find these women and manipulate these women in order to try and get access to these kids, man. And it's unfortunate. And That's why we as a society have to protect our children, man. We have to put our kids first. We have to. Now, I said big changes. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said big changes. Not big changes. We don't have big changes coming to the show. I love the path and the trajectory that the show is going. I love it. I think you guys are enjoying it too. And I think that we are definitely on the road of continuing to perpetuate our mission. And you can never fulfill the mission. The mission will continue until the human race ceases to exist, or at least we evolve to a higher plane where we can evolve evil out of our souls. The mission of giving a voice to the voiceless is an ongoing mission. One thing I want to do is, the show is getting better, I believe. And we have some rising stars in the show that's helping the show get better. Big shout out to the research crew. The research crew, the members of it would like to remain anonymous. One day, I think they will be able to come out especially as we get bigger and we could like really get a staff. There's certain bright stars I want to bring with us on that journey. And hopefully one day be able to make them a part of the show, like business-wise. Like the research crew is amazing, and I'm grateful for them. But another rising star, of course, is Aki. My sister. You guys know that Aki's my sister. I got to say that because some people saying your wife. Like, no, that's nasty. That's my sister. And Aki started out just doing moderation and stuff like that, but she's also a really good editor, and she's growing as an editor, and her editing skills are getting better and better and better and better. And one thing that she's doing is she's editing some of these live shows down into shorts, 5 and 7 minutes, and people really like that because, listen, I'm talking and I'm doing a lot, and sometimes people may not have 2 hours to listen to a live show, but Aki's bringing it down to 5 to 7 minutes where you could digest it. Aki's also editing videos and putting them on TikTok, and our TikTok is exploding. We have one TikTok video that has almost 800,000 views. We have multiples that have over 100,000 views, and our subscriber count on TikTok is growing, and that's awesome. And that's all because of Aki's editing. So Aki is editing off of a very old computer, and it takes her hours to get stuff done that could take just a matter of minutes on like the computer I'm using. And the computer I'm using for this show is still an older computer that was bought by you guys, my supporters, or at least the supporters that were with me when I was doing politics. Some of them are still with me, some of them are not. But those supporters bought this computer. It's a very nice gaming computer that I use to actually be the heart and the center of my live streaming. But now it's time to upgrade. I want to upgrade to a desktop solution, which will be even more powerful than this laptop solution that I'm using right now. And it will also allow me to replace what would be this small laptop screen, which is I'm looking at right now, to larger monitors, which I have on the sides, right? So I have 2 large monitors on the side, and I have a small laptop screen in the middle. By upgrading to a desktop, I'll be able to have more powerful processor, powerful GPU, be able to do more when I edit, because I edit a little bit too. I do edit too. I think Aki's better, but I do edit. Like pretty much 60% of the shows that I deliver that are pre-produced, I edit. And 100% of the shows that I deliver that you guys see that are regular pre-produced shows, I'm the one who's editing them. All of the shorts and all of the TikTok and all the Strategiceyes shorts, that's Aki editing them. Now you know who's doing what, so you'll know that Aki is much better than me. So the bottom line is, and a long-winded way of saying this, is we're going to be putting out a GoFundMe in the next couple of days or whatever that's going to show exactly what I want to buy to upgrade this computer here. I've done this before, and we had great success. If you can't help, then don't worry about it. It took us a couple of weeks to get where we needed to go when we did it before, but we got there, and we got all this equipment that I'm using now. $500 mic, $1,000 camera, all that stuff. We got that before, all right? I want to do that again for a desktop. After I get the desktop specifically for this show, I have no other use for it. I'm not a gamer. I'm not none of that. It's not going to be used for my personal life. It's simply for this show, this channel. After I get that desktop, I will then give this gaming computer to Aki so she can now edit the videos using the gaming computer. And instead of her taking her hours to edit a video, it'll just take her a couple of minutes, and we'll be able to pump out more videos for you guys. So we're going to ask you guys, we're not going to throw it in your face, be begging you every day, but we'll have the GoFundMe. We'll mention it from time to time, and we'll definitely give you guys an opportunity to show us love and help us upgrade the show. All right. As we did before, you know, people who donate, want to buy things, will definitely give you a shout out and let people know. Sometimes, like when we did it before, people would just say, I'm just going to buy this one piece right here. And then they'll say, hey, here's this amount of money for this. Boom. Then we name it after them. All right. This is the A-Lady mic right here. Okay. We'll never forget that this is A-Lady's mic because A-Lady bought this mic. Right. And this mic costs for almost $500. A-Lady bought it. And we see A-Lady from time to time. She doesn't come on the show all the time. She watches more than she participates. But we never forget that this is A-Lady's mic. All right. So we'll name the if you put in a significant amount of money towards a specific piece of item, it's named after you. We'll never forget that it's you who bought it. We'll always show you love for it. But that's what we're gonna do. So I just gotta get the list together, and I gotta tell you this. We'll throw this out here before we get out of here. And please hit the like button. I mean, the likes are kind of weak on this. Maybe people are mad that we were talking ish about Orange County Sheriff's Department. That's why we didn't get that many likes on this show. But if I'm going to ask my audience to assist me in purchasing equipment for the show, I'm not getting cheap stuff because that equipment is supposed to last for years. I'm not supposed to come back and ask you to help me again 1, 2, 3, 4 years from now. We're buying equipment that's going to last us the next 7 to 10 years. And since we're doing streaming and stuff like that, we don't need to upgrade like that. Like if I'm a gamer, I'm a YouTube gamer, I need to upgrade my equipment every year. I'm a streamer and an editor. So the equipment that we're going to ask you guys to buy us is going to be top of the line equipment, of course, because it's going to last us the next 7 to 10 years. Just like this computer, a laptop gaming computer, I've had this computer for around 5 years now. 5 years. Because you buy right and you don't have to buy again. And that's the motto that I have in my own life. I do things right the first time so I don't have to worry about it years from now. Right? So that's what we're going to do. I appreciate you guys immensely. I'll tabulate everything that I need done and put it in the GoFundMe, and then we'll launch it. And then hopefully we'll be able to get that equipment soon. I build computers. I know how to build computers. I've built computers since I was a little kid. So I'm not buying a pre-made computer. I'm literally going to assemble the computer. And maybe I'll make a video and you guys can see me assembling the computer. That might be cool too, right? I don't know, whatever. But I'm going to literally assemble the computer and build it from scratch. And then that will be our computer for the show. All right, guys, you guys have been amazing, man. I really appreciate you guys for joining me. It's time to go get the kids up so we can get them ready to go to bowling. All right. That being said, let me make sure I got everybody who showed love on this stream. Jamie Brook is a 2-month member at the recruit level. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think that's it. I got everybody. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.